everyone, welcome to Vilm School, the online show where I teach you the tricks, tips, and techniques of being a video/filmmaker, or as I like to call, a filmmaker. In today's episode, I'm going to show you what's in my gear bag, or as I like to call, my jack-of-all-trades bag. Let me start off by saying if you're looking to work in this industry, you should have some tools or equipment on hand with you at all times. Especially if you're going to an indie shoot or a high-end production. You're not going to be going to people and going like, hey, can I borrow your Leatherman? Or hey, can I borrow your screwdriver? You don't want to do that. That'll annoy people. I mean, I can understand if it's your first time and you don't really know anything, but I'm giving you the heads up if you do go on your first film experience. So I also am going to post on the bottom of the video and in the info of this video a link to an AC blog that I found. And this guy lists all the equipment he has in the bag that is also going to be helpful for you too. I found it really interesting, and it's also going to be on my blog, just to let you know. So let's start off and show you what's in my bag right now. Alright, so let's start out with what's in my bag. Alright, got this nice Husky bag right here. Bam! Bought it at Home Depot for about 20 bucks. Good price. Alright, I have this pouch thing right here. I bought, I like to carry some of my equipment in here too, so instead of going back and forth to my bag, I like to have some of my stuff in here, whatever I can fit in for the day. Alright, so next, gloves. Gloves are very important. You know, if you have hot lights, stuff like that, moving things, also extra grip on the tripod head, very helpful. Next, if you're an AC, canned air is very important too, for cleaning lenses and stuff like that. You're going to need something like this, because also, should buy then lens tissue paper. Bought a 3-pack on Amazon actually for about $3. This is very helpful because it's also lint free for cleaning your cameras and glasses if you want it, and lenses too. And that's what also an AC should have. Then we got, let's see, I got a C-wrench, I think it's called. This thing right here. You know, tighten stuff up on the set. If anything, I haven't really used this yet, but I know it's important to have. Next, I got a whole bunch of drivers and bits that are used for this multi-screwdriver right here. Screwdrivers are kind of important because when you're going to go on set, you have to screw things up, screw things off, especially if you're working with grip or gaffer. They're important to have. Tape measure. This 25-foot tape measure would be helpful for you because let's say you got to go focus someone like, hey, let me just focus, how far away are you? How far away is this person? ACs usually carry this, DPs carry this. I mean, also grips and gaffers should carry it too, because if you have to measure out something like, hey, I need these lights 4 feet away from each other, you want to be accurate as possible. Also, C47s or clothespins for the people that don't know the actual name. Clothespins are helpful for putting gels up on the light, so you just pop it on like that. If I had some lights, I'd show you in another episode, but that might be later on down the road. I like to carry around with me, I don't know how many people do this, but I like to carry a notepad with me. I like to also keep notes about what's going on, what do I need preferably for the shoot, or like what I need for that setup. For example, I was at a shoot about 3 weeks ago, and I was gaffer, and I was talking to DP because he was doing one thing, I want to set up the other room, and I said, hey, what do you want me to set up? What do you need for that room? What's the setup situation? So I wrote down all the notes that he gave me, and like I also had some suggestions, so I just wrote them down, not to forget. Knife, self-explanatory, just in case you have to cut some stuff. Flashlight, also self-explanatory too, just in case if they're in the dark, you know, you have to see something. LED light works like a charm. Level. Important, this is a magnetic level. You know, you always have to level out the dolly or the dolly track. Also level out some other things too on the set. We got 2 Allen wrenches, I believe these are Allen keys. We got the standard one and the metric one. I know they're both the same color. I wish I didn't have to get the same color because it would have been a lot more better to differentiate, but at the same time it tells you metric on this, standard on this end. A Leatherman. Yes, a Leatherman is also important, especially if you're doing grip work, stuff like that. It's a multi-tool. It's like the advanced Boy Scout Swiss Army knife. Aspirin, just in case. Screwdrivers, Phillips, and a flathead. This is a little smaller, so I have these just in case too. We got some scissors, because you know, you never know when you need to cut something too. As a gaffer, grip, anything, you always need your tape. Tape is vital, and I made this tape lanyard actually. Pretty cool, right? I'm going to show you how to make this in another video. It's really easy. It cost me about $7 total, maybe less. Got all the equipment at Lowe's. But that's basically everything in my bag. Okay, well that wraps up for this episode. Also, remember to check out my website below, right here, for more information about my gear bag. Also, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. I will answer anything you want to know. One more thing before I go, I like to give homework every week to all you. And this week's homework is, if you have a gear bag, what would you like to put in your gear bag? What is in your gear bag? What do you think is the most important to have in your gear bag? Comment, video respond, email me, anything you want, because if you do, I will mention you next week in the annotations, in the video, and in my blog. So this is John saying, have a good week and keep on learning.